Hey everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon, and me, Banshee. And it's me, Banshee, with my Material Matters segment, your weekly tarot keys to success in business, education, and finance. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. All right, well, I'm just about ready to go here. I'm only going to make a couple comments about the economy and the economic situation. I think things are going to start, I've heard that mixed signals about China and U.S. trade negotiations. One party thinks that they're taking place while the other party thinks it's not. They know it's not. They said, we have not been negotiating with the United States. So who's right? I don't know. And does it matter? Yes, it does. I think we're going to find out really soon, as some indications are that some of the price increases are going to start hitting, if not in this next week, possibly the one following. So I think I'll have more to report next time. I am trying to keep track of things. The stock market, flipping, flopping. I gained back some of what I've lost. And so it looks like it's been on the upswing, but it just day to day with that. Day to day. And still, despite some gains back, the markets since January have really lost ground. Okay. So my card for the collective today is from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle by Yasmin Boland. We do have a new moon this week, so I figured I'd use this one today. And we have here the last quarter moon in Taurus, and it says, be proud of yourself. All right, I like that. I like that attitude. All right. Do you really believe in you? No one is perfect, but you need to believe in yourself and what you have to offer. Be proud of yourself. You came to this earth with a purpose to fulfill. Drawing this card suggests that there are a lot of unresolved self-worth issues or questions that need to be answered before you can start to create the life you know is waiting for you. Being real is the key here. Don't pretend for appearance's sake. You're more than allowed and encouraged to be your real self. In an age where people pretend to lead a perfect life, there's nothing more impressive than true authenticity. Isn't that the truth? Manifesting mindset. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Instead, start to recognize your own talents and assets. And, of course, your manifestation affirmation should be, I am a unique and beautiful soul. Well, I'll tell you what, there's no one else out there like me. Mr. O could probably attest to that, and he's probably happy for it. We all have unique talents, traits that we need to honor and be proud of. And I think here as sacred creators that especially we need to have that pride. But pride doesn't mean to be superficial, to be something that you're not. Be proud in who you are authentically. Show that to the world. Hey, what you see here is what you get. I put on no airs, and I tell you right now that authenticity, it's what's really valued. The more people see how authentic you are, the more they're going to want to buy whatever it is you are selling. So keep that in mind. All right. You get to see me, warts and all. Dirty hair and all. I need to clean it today. All right, let's move on. Let's move on from that, shall we? And let's get into the astrology for the week ahead. Hey, these readings for the astrological signs of the zodiac are good from April 27th through May 3rd. The moon will be moving during that time from Aries, transiting into Taurus on Sunday, April 27th, and then all the way to Cancer, transiting into Leo on Saturday, May 3rd. There's a new moon in Taurus on April 27th. That is today as you're reading this. It will be on Sunday. And Venus, the love sign, is entering Aries, or the love planet, entering Aries on April 30th. Woohoo! And that's right before fireworks. Beltane is May 1st. Blessings to those who celebrate. Happy Beltane. Dance around that maypole if you got them. And May Day is also May 1st, and also that's a Thursday, and there will be protests in the U.S. that day. There's planned protests against, the government on May 1st. Okay. All right, let's move on with all of those announcements. I think we're ready to roll. Let's start with Aries. Sun, Moon, and Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. We've had some rough cards lately, a lot of us. I don't know, Aries kind of skirting both ways, but I do know that it's been kind of rough. I think it's really evident of what's going on in the global markets and global economy. All right. Okay, Aries, you've got the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is reversed. You have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is also reversed. Wow. This is the Six of Swords reversed as well. Oh, this is really an interesting combination here, Aries. The Four of Pentacles in the middle strikes me here, being reversed, is kind of indicating to me that you refuse to let go of something at this time. Maybe it's because you don't feel safe in letting it go at this time. Like, for example, maybe you're thinking of making a major career change or a major change in your, what you're studying or the school that you're going to, etc. But you know what? Maybe you feel the time is not right. And so you're willing kind of to accept a subpar situation for the present moment because you just don't feel that it's the right time to make a major move and shift. And, considering what's going on everywhere, you might be right about that. You might be better off staying where you are. But if it's a really, really difficult or hostile, let's say, work environment that you're in, or classes that are not working, you're just not into what you're studying anymore, well, you may have to decide it's time to let it go and to move on. But I think it's better for you at this time to really stay where you are, try to work out the kinks of where you are, or just deal with it until conditions are conducive to making your move. And you're willing to release, your hold on what you feel might be your safety net. Well, and that could go with, I want to add, that could go with your finances too. Maybe it's not the right time to make any major moves. Still hang on, even though the markets aren't really that great right now. Oh boy, good luck with that. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what's going on in your world. Whoa. Okay. Taurus has the Seven of Cups upright. Oh, we just had that card for the collective on Saturday. Interesting. The Hermit is reversed. Ace of Cups is reversed. Well, I think it's time to come out of the cave. You know, that's what this is about. In Taurus's case, maybe instead of staying where they are, ruminating over what to do next, I think it's really time to make a decision or move, because you're not very happy with conditions, right? Either your financial or your career or your school situation right now. You may want to make a change, but, you know, it's possible here that you've been avoiding it. You want to make a move, choice, or decision, but you're confused as to what is the right thing to do at this time. However, I feel kind of like staying where you are right now may not be the best option in your case. It's time to get out of the thinking process now, or the dreaming process, and separate fantasy from reality and determine what is the most beneficial moves for you that you can make right now. Good luck with that. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Geminis have the Eight of Swords upright. Wow, do I sense a theme going on here, really, with some of these cards? But good news is for you, you have the Eight of Cups upright. Ace of Cups. Wow, but you have another 8. It's the Eight of Wands upright. Very interesting. Okay, this tells a little bit of a different spin on what I have been saying. But you know, you've had a lot of self-doubts. You've been dealing with a lot of uncertainty and things that make you feel things that are taking away your confidence and your belief in yourself. It could be because of conditions that you are facing in the outer world. It just could be the way that you are processing things and your ability to manage what is going on in your work, school, or financial affairs. The good news is, if you could pull yourself out of this, you really need to. There's no reason to fear. You need to make some moves, and you are up for the challenge. You may be more up for the challenge than you realize, but you're letting negative speak. I feel this is really inside of you and really not externals. You're allowing negative speak to block you. You'll be much happier if you could make a move forward now. If you could trust yourself enough to make a change to either a new job, a new path, moving forward, moving your finances, collaborating, commiserating, and communicating with others. Don't be afraid to shine. Don't be afraid to show what you've got to others right now. It may work to your advantage to move things forward rather than to duck and cover. Good luck with that. But yeah, that's what seems to be the theme so far for a lot of the signs. Let's see what's going on in Cancer's world. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. I didn't goof, did I? You looked at me funny. Okay, you've got the Two of Swords reversed, Cancerians. You have the Chariot reversed. This is, oh my goodness, push-pull again. Wow. Can we say three-peat? It's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is reversed this time. A lot of emotional feelings going on with the business world here. Some positive, some negative. So, again, it's like you want to make a move, choice, or decision, but something is stalling or blocking you. Could it be the present economic conditions are just not, advantageous to you right now at this time? Maybe what's going on in the world, in the markets, and in businesses, with people, consumer confidence waning and stuff like that. It may be affecting what you're trying to get out there, produce, sell, etc. This is a time of a disappointment and unhappiness, because maybe this is also for entrepreneurs who are hoping to get businesses off the ground. I don't know what's going on in, whether it's maybe harder to get loans now, maybe harder to get financial backing for the things that you want to do. There seems to be some real disappointment here and an inability to really push this forward. You're ready. It seems like you're finally ready to make a move, choice, but guess what? The timing is not right because the outside conditions are not very conducive. So a little bit of disappointment as you try to sort out what your strategy is going to be going forward. Good luck with that. Hey Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. The Emperor is reversed. Three of Wands is reversed. Ace of Wands is upright. Well, I wish I could say that Ace of Wands is a happy card, and in a way it is. It seems as though maybe the Leos were hoping for a new opportunity to come their way for growth, for advancement, but it just seems as though things are on hold right now. Plans may be delayed, or, it strikes me sometimes is how people were ready to hire extra staff, etc. So they interviewed people and all of that, but they've determined that things are out of control right now, and financially they're no longer in as good a position as they thought, so they had to say, sorry, we're not hiring at this time, we've changed our minds. Something like that, something where you really thought something would come through, something positive, but everything is really gone south. You just don't seem to have any control over the situation, whatever it is. It seems as though you're at the mercy of externals here. So hang in there. Hang in there, Leos. This may be temporary, I'm hoping. But keep your eye open anyway for the opportunities to present themselves, and really determine if you're going to, if this is the right time to make the move. And even then, like I said, it may be that outside forces might be working against this happening right now, something new happening right now. Hey Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Oops. Got the Seven of Swords upright. The King of Pentacles is reversed. The Page of Cups is upright. Okay. Okay, Virgos, unlike you, I kind of feel here that maybe things just have felt, you've lost your motivation, you feel very out of sorts, letting things go a little bit, not bringing order to, your affairs. You're letting things go. You should keep your eye on the prize, though. You should try to keep an eye out for an opportunity for something good to happen, to make something good happen. I think here, basically, you're going to come up with, often this card is about being kind of, how do I want to say this? Being kind of low-key, kind of behind the scenes, looking for information and ferreting things out, sort of like a spy, you just got to stay undercover. And so I think it's basically to figure out what you need to do to set things right. If your business is suffering and facing downturns right now, you need to kind of be like a fly on the wall, different places, to see what other people are doing differently, if they're successful and you're not in your line of work, or just to ferret out how best you can turn this around. And be willing to be more creative in your approach to your work, your business, your PR, for example, to the products that you are selling at this time, and how you're dealing with things like tariffs and issues like that. So this is not a totally impossible reading here. I think you have to think smart and be wise and careful and cautious in your approach. And you can make good things happen if you think outside the box. Well, I wish you luck with that, Virgos. It's also not a very great sign for you financially right now. You may have to think of a new way to, to manage your investments. Hey, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. You've got the Two of Swords upright. You've got the Knight of Wands reversed. Wow. And you've got the Moon reversed. Oh. Well, it seems to me this is a little bit different from the other time the Two of Swords came up. Libras, I think here you've made a move. You've made a choice, you've made a decision, but it seems to be not moving as fast or positively as you had thought. I think this week will reveal the reasons why. I think you're going to find something out this week that will help you try to get this back on the right track, whatever this is. This could definitely more have a career or business or job oriented focus, but it could also be about, you know, the way the markets are moving, and maybe you want to take a look at your portfolios too and make sure there are, you know, that, you know, the moves and changes you made, you know, are the right ones, that this just might be a blink and that it will right itself. I think one way or another, you're going to find out. You're going to find something out. So good luck with that. Wow, what sign are we on now, Mr. O?
Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpio.
Oh, were you expecting me to pay attention?
I was expecting you to say Scorpio.
You do it so much better.
Do I? No. Scorpios, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. Mr. O, my diligent producer, he's always paying attention. Scorpios have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Mama needs a computer. He feels his money draining away. All right, the Empress is reversed. But the Ace of Wands is back and in the same position, upright. Nice. Having more than a few repeat cards here, so, I mean, in these readings, but some differences. So, you know, the Ten of Pentacles indicates that long-term investments, you need to pay attention to your long-term investments at this time. I know that there's been a lot of value lost, especially for you people who are working and, you know, hate to see that maybe you have to work, I don't know, 3 to 5 to 10 more years in order to recoup losses, whatever the case may be. So you want to pay attention, I think, to what's going on with your long-term investments, and take care. This is a time to really not let your guard down, to not get lazy about this. This is something we all, you know, it's easy to forget. In normal economic conditions, it's easy to forget what's going on with those investments. Sometimes we don't wait. We wait till we're like 10, 20 years into our job before we start thinking, oh yeah, I should be putting more money aside for retirement. Well, you know, now you've got to decide what's the best approach to take here for your long-term financial stability and security. And don't drop the ball. I have a feeling this week you might take a new approach. You know, maybe somebody gives you some solid advice. Maybe, you know, if you check in with your company and see how the status and the health of, you know, their benefit plan for you, you will come up with a way forward that could bring more growth. So good for you. There might be a positive outcome for you here. Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. You've got the Seven of Wands reversed, Sagittarians. My table's shaking. You are shaking my table.
Tell the world.
The Hanged Man is hanging. He's upright. Oh, and the Emperor's reversed. Well, I have to say, Sagittarians, you're not at a very good advantage right now to make any major moves or things. And if you are involved in any legalities or lawsuits, etc., union actions, this may not be, you may not have the advantage here. This may be difficult for you. This is a time to, and also I feel here that if it's not you, it could be, your legal team or financial advisors or even your managers at work that are not managing things very well at this time. And if you are that manager, that may be why you're at a disadvantage at this time, because you just don't have it together right now. And I think here you need to take a step back. You need to step back. You need to look at things from a broader perspective. And hey, let's get our egos out of this a little bit, shall we? Maybe you need to get some outside advice. Maybe this is a time where, you can do soul searching, but you might need somebody to prompt you there. Maybe talking to someone else will give you more to think about, and it'll get you outside of that box that you find yourself in right now. So sometimes we don't always have to take what somebody says as the route we need to take, but what it can do is it can open our mind to a different approach. And that's what I think you need right now. You need a different approach to manage the chaos and the disadvantages you're experiencing right now, whether it's low sales, low profits, low dividends, whatever the case may be, bad grades. All right, well, good luck with that. Hey, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. It's readings for you for the week ahead. The Eight of Wands is back, and it is upright, the way we saw it before. Ooh. Magic Man, the Magician is here, upright. Seven of Pentacles is reversed. I could go two routes here with this one, and I think it's up to what your situation is, Capricorns. I think with the Eight of Wands here and the Magician, holy moly, you not only have the determination, the will to accomplish what you desire, you have the energy. You have a lot of energy, and just things seem to be clicking and falling into place for you like magic this week. You're able to communicate with the people and network with those you need to engage with to ensure success. You have all the tools you need at your disposal to do it. But is this about turning around a bad situation that hasn't been growthful and producing results for you? Or is it about leaving it behind and moving on to some better opportunity that you have determined you want to go for, full throttle? So it depends on your circumstances and situation here. If there's something else that you feel is a go, and something else is not, that you've been spending your time, energy, everything on is not producing the results you want, then let it go and move forward and put yourself, immerse yourself fully into this new endeavor. But if there is something that you feel is coming back to life or could spring back to life with a little bit more determination and a little bit more energy applied to it, then go for it. One way or another, I think this is going to be a fairly successful week for you. So good luck with that. Wow, some silver linings, but it's been kind of rough here for most of us. Again, this week. Well, what about you, Aquarians? Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the week ahead. There again. Two of Swords, back again, reversed. Oh boy, the Eight of Pentacles, though, is reversed as well. And the pair of eights again, a different pair of eights together this time. The Eight of Swords, though, is back, and it is reversed. This is a real interesting read for the Aquarians. I think here that whatever you're doing presently, you're really losing your motivation, your drive for it. Maybe you've been thinking very seriously about changing careers, changing jobs, changing your path at school. And I think you're at the point of making that decision. All it took was for you to get a little bit more confidence in yourself in order to make this happen. Sometimes we stay in something because we've always wanted to do it, and even though we realize it's not really for us, we're trying to make it work at all costs. I think here you finally reached the conclusion that it's time to move on from whatever this is. There's no stain or no, how should I say this, no mark on you for doing this. You tried something and it's not working the way you hoped it would. So move on. Move on. Have the self-confidence and know your self-worth enough that you don't have to settle for less than what you really want and desire. You should love what you do. You should enjoy what you do. You should be able to immerse yourself in what you do. And if it's not there anymore, it's time, Aquarians. It's time to move on. So good luck with that. All right. Last but not least, we've got our Piscean friends. Sun, Moon, and Rising. I can't shuffle. This reading is for you for the week ahead. The Ten of Cups is reversed. Ace of Pentacles upright. Wow. The Sun is upright. Well, what a pretty nice read for the Pisceans. I feel here, if you fail to achieve your objective completion on something, it's okay, because there's something new for you coming your way that is going to be very successful. Is it a new job? Is it, are you starting a new business? Are you branching out on your own? Are you beginning a course of study that will bring you success? It just seems as though you're leaving, and you could also be leaving an unhappy situation behind to move on to golden opportunity. And I mean golden. When you've got the pentacle here with the Sun, That's a lot of gold. That's a lot of bright, shiny yellow stuff. And so I'm really feeling that here. Positive energy. Positive energy in either, turning something around, maybe finding a new way to do something, leaving a bad situation behind, or letting a project go or what you're doing go because it just wasn't achieving what you had hoped. There's something new on the horizon for you, and definitely better for you. So good luck with that. All right, so I want to remind everybody about our shows. We are going to have a live show later today from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll answer any of your questions. Get there early. I cannot stress that enough. We get really busy on Sundays. So join us. We have a lot of fun on our live shows. On Wednesdays, Mr. O's Goth Tarot, where we can come to terms with the shadow aspects of our lives, welcome them back into harmony with our light side. So join him, and that's at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's a video presentation. You can watch it anytime. And then on Thursday, we have another live show from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it's slow and we don't have a lot of readings. We will end early. So my advice, as always, is get there early. Get there early to make sure you do get a reading that day. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Fridays, Mr. O's. I'll try it. Mr. O's.
You did it right at the end.
So right here. Okay, Mr. O's emotional exchanges. What? Where he could talk about all that love, all that romance, all that sexy stuff, as well as interpersonal relations of all types.
I'm going to be ill now.
And think about it. Beltane is Thursday. The love day is Thursday. Find out Friday what the Beltane season has in store for you. I'm encouraging him to throw an extra card for Beltane season.
I thought you were going to join me.
Oh, well, maybe. Since love is in the air. All right. All right, that comes out at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you know what? You don't have to wake up with the cock-a-doodle-doos. You can watch it anytime. So 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's good for the week ahead. And finally, the best news of the weekend is happy hour, Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we hope. If it's on later, we will publish that. Happy hour, come to our, everybody needs some good news. It's been all so depressing lately. Let's come to the show. Let's come to the show. Let us bring some happiness to you. So join us and get a happy message for us for your week ahead. That's it, everybody. Thanks for joining me today, and thanks, as always, for your support of our YouTube channel and our social media if you're there as well. Take care, have a great week ahead, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.